All right, this is a question from Valerie. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? But you get that all the time, don't you? Sorry. Anyway, Valerie says, I've struggled for a little over 3 years with anorexia and over-exercise. I'm struggling with recovery due to my massive fear of weight gain, but I finally cut out all exercise except some walks. Cut out the walks. And I've been continuously eating a lot of food. Good for you. My biggest issue I'm having a hard time with is changing up my food. I have my favourite foods, meals, and eat the same things at the same times every day. Even though it's a good amount of food and calorically high, I know I need the variety and to conquer foods I'm scared of. I know I should have ice cream, since desserts are things I cannot seem to eat, but my problem is I'd really rather eat my yogurt and granola in the evening rather than a bowl of ice cream. I really enjoy the yogurt and granola so much better, and I don't see the point of even forcing myself to eat the ice cream because I don't even want that instead of the yogurt and granola. Any advice is greatly appreciated. What is it about yogurt and granola and people with eating disorders? I was obsessed with it as well. You know what it is? I know what it is. It's because it's sweet. It's because it ticks a load of boxes in terms of sweet and kind of creamy at the same time and kind of crunchy. And did I mention it's sweet? And those are all the things that we sort of want. But it also ticks the sort of orthorexia box because granola is considered healthy and yogurt is considered healthy. And so that's why we all go for yogurt and granola. So I know why it is, but it's just like, why are we all so fucking similar? We're so predictable. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Although I will just say, for somebody who used to be obsessed with yogurt and granola, I genuinely cannot remember the last time I ate it. And I thought I loved that stuff when I had an eating disorder. So evidently the real me doesn't love it that much. Because you know what I eat instead? Ice cream. But the thing is, Valerie, when I had an eating disorder, I would have told you the exact same shit that you're telling me. I really like the yogurt and granola. Why should I eat ice cream? I love my yogurt and granola. Leave me alone. That's what I would have said. Turns out that's bullshit. Load of bollocks. I actually really do like ice cream, but that's not even the point either. The point is, so say for example, Valerie, you're not full of shit. Say for example, you do really like yogurt and granola better than ice cream. Because I'm sure that there are people out there that is true for. I don't know who they are, and they might be lying. But anyway, there may be people out there that is true for. If that was true for you, Valerie, what I would say to you is that you're not rewiring jack shit when you eat safe foods. And the difference between simply gaining weight and fully recovering is neural rewiring. If you don't do neural rewiring, all you're doing is gaining some weight. And believe me, that is a magical thing. I'm not putting that down. I'm just saying that's not full recovery. In order to fully recover, you have to do the neural rewiring. And that is why I rolled my eyes when you said, I finally cut out all exercise except some walks. Because whilst you're doing some walks, you are still acting on a behaviour that you are doing because you're afraid of weight gain. So how are you going to rewire fear of weight gain whilst you are acting as if you're afraid of weight gain? You can't teach your brain not to be afraid of something whilst you are screaming and running away from that thing. That's what those walks are for you. You need to stop them, okay? Now, back to the yogurt and granola stuff. So, with that in mind, all of those fear foods, all those foods that you've been avoiding for quite a while, those all need to individually be neurally rewired. You have to individually teach your brain not to be fearful of all of the foods that you've avoided for a really long time. So you've got your work cut out, haven't you? If you think about it. There's probably millions of them. And you've got to get eating all of these foods. And you've got to eat so much of them that your brain doesn't even fear them anymore. That's a lot of eating, Valerie. You're going to need to get busy. And so eating your yogurt and granola is a complete waste of time in terms of neural rewiring. And that is why you have to eat the ice cream. Even if you don't think you like the ice cream as much as the yogurt and granola, we're not doing what you want to do. you're doing neural rewiring. That's not about what you want to do. It's about proving the point to your brain that you can eat all the foods. Hope that makes sense. You know what? When you're fully recovered, you can eat whatever the fuck you want. You can eat as much yogurt and granola as you like if you want. I don't give a shit. Once you're fully recovered, you do what you like. However, in order to achieve that, in order to get fully recovered, you're going to have to eat the fucking ice cream, Valerie. Get it? Yogurt and granola right now is not serving you at all in terms of neural rewiring. I'll say it one more time. I don't care how much you like it. I don't care if it's your favourite food in the whole world. If it's a safe food for you, it's not helping you do neural rewiring. You get to eat it later. I'm not saying you never get to eat yogurt and granola. And quite frankly, I don't have anything against yogurt and granola. Okay, I think the people that would eat that instead of ice cream are weird, but that's not me personally having a problem with yogurt and granola. You can eat that when you're recovered. When you're recovered, you can trust yourself to actually make kind of choices based on what you prefer. But in order to get to that point, you have to choose what feels scarier. That is what we do in terms of food to achieve neural rewiring. And I'm just going to put it out there. And I'm going to say that I think that you're more afraid of the ice cream, aren't you? So, you've got a lot of ice cream to get through, haven't you? I personally recommend Magnum bars. They are my personal preference, not just the vanilla ones though with the chocolate around it. No, don't like those. I like the ones that have got the ripple in them, and then it's got like one layer of chocolate and then a layer of something else, caramelly or something, and then another layer of chocolate. Can't remember what they're called, but those are the ones that I would start with if I were you. They'll probably spare the crap out of you, which is all the more reason to eat them, Valerie. And I'm not just talking about this, I'm talking about all your other safe foods. Like you said that you ate the same foods every day. You can't be eating those safe foods. Don't call yourself in recovery while you're eating safe foods. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you and be like, oh, you can totally recover this way, Valerie. You can't because you're not doing neural rewiring. So all the effort that you're putting in is sort of wasting if you're eating safe foods. But the good news is that now you know that, you obviously want to recover, and I think that you can absolutely do it. So now that you know that, you can change it, and you are going to be well on the road. And if you challenge yourself every single time you eat, Valerie, you need to be eating something that feels scary, something that makes you feel anxious, something that makes you feel uncomfortable. And if you do that every time you eat, within a couple of weeks, you will be a different person. I know, it sounds like a really strong claim. I'll stand by it. So actually, Valerie, do it and let us know, okay? All right, bye.